everybody, we are back. In this video, we're going to do a great comparison. We're going to compare Thailand's tourist visa versus the brand new 60-day visa exemption that this just came out. Okay, on July 15, 2024, they just came out with a new visa exemption to 60 days, plus you can do a 30-day extension and you can stay 3 months in Thailand without a visa. So in this video, we're going to compare between the tourist visa and this new 60-day exemption that Thailand just passed. And this is a wonderful comparison because you can stay, right now, you can stay the same amount of time in both cases. And you might be saying, well, Chad, if I can go to Thailand and stay 3 months without a visa, well, I'd rather do that. I mean, that's a no-brainer. But there are some major pros and cons to both sides that you might not know about, and you might want to know about. Just it really depends upon what your major goals are, what you really want to accomplish when you go to Thailand, what you really want to do. Okay, so in this video, we're going to go over the pros and cons. That way you can really make an educated guess. You can really, you know which way to really go, and you know the ins and outs to both sides. So lo and behold, let's dive into this comparison. Okay, so how this is going to work, I created a chart here. On the left-hand side is a tourist visa. There's a pros and cons to the tourist visa. And on the right-hand side, we have the 60-day visa exemptions, and we got the pros and cons to the 60-day exemption. Now, when we get going here, you can stay the same amount of time on both sides. So I'm not going to really explain how to do it. With the tourist visa, you can stay 60 days plus a 30-day extension. Okay, that's how a tourist visa works. But you can do the same exact thing with a 60-day visa exemption. You can show up and stay 60 days in Thailand on your passport. Once you get close to that 60 days, you can go to Thai immigration in Thailand and file for a 30-day extension and stay for 3 months. So right here, it looks like a no-brainer. Like I can stay for 3 months on a tourist visa and I can stay 3 months on the 60-day visa exemption. But let's go through this. Let's dig a little bit deeper. Now, one of the things you have to understand with a tourist visa, with any visa, not just a tourist visa, okay, but the tourist visa, it's guaranteed. You have to understand this, is that you get 60 days plus a 30-day extension and it's guaranteed. I'm guaranteed to stay 60 days plus I'm guaranteed to get this 30-day extension. That's guaranteed inside the tourist visa. So it's guaranteed I'm going to stay for 3 months in Thailand no matter what. No matter if Thailand changes its rules, Thailand changes its laws or anything, it's my visa, I'm guaranteed to stay. This is the major pro with any type of visa, and this is the major pro in this presentation here with the tourist visa. It's guaranteed. Now, let's kind of switch over to the 60-day exemption. Is the 60-day exemption guaranteed? Okay, now this is where it gets very interesting with the 60-day exemption. Okay, and this is a new rule, a new law that Thailand passed. So let's look at this 30 days. Okay, with this 60-day exemption, you can stay 60 days, plus you can do a 30-day exemption. Okay, now I'm going to put the 30-day exemption over on the con. Why would I do that? Why would I put the 30-day exemption over in the con? Okay, it's not a pro. Okay, why? Okay, the reason why the 30-day exemption is just what I explained. Thailand, you're not on a visa. Okay, so you're not guaranteed. So if crime goes up, things get out of control again, if Thailand feels like they can't control these tourists, okay, they can change the rules, okay? And when you go to file for your extension in immigration can deny you. And I'm going to prove this to you. This is why I put why there. Let me prove this to you really quick. Okay, let's shoot over here to the Thai embassy website. This is a Thai embassy website in New York because I'm in the United States right now. So this is where I'm going to file my visa. So here with the visa exemption for 60 days, this has been revised. This is July 16, 2024. I'm reading verbatim what the Thai embassy is saying about this 60-day extension or the 60 days exemption plus the 30-day extension. Listen to this. I'm starting right down here in the bold here. You can stay for up to 60-day period of stay, and it can be extended for another period not exceeding 30 days. So what this means is you can stay for 3 months. You can stay 60 days plus get a 30-day extension. But there's a huge but here. But listen to this. But according to the Thai embassy website, with this 30-day extension, let's read right here, the last sentence here. The extension, the 30-day extension of stay is solely at the discretion of the immigration officer. That's what it's saying right on the Thai embassy website. The 30-day extension is solely at the discretion of the immigration officer. It's not guaranteed. Now, in the tourist visa, it's guaranteed, but that's written into the agreement. That's part of the tourist visa. Okay, that's part of the visa program when you get the TR visa. Okay, now over here with the 60-day exemption, when I just show up to Thailand and stay 60 days, the 30-day extension is not guaranteed. They can take it away. You can be denied. Now, let's flip back to where we were. Over on the tourist visa, the TR is guaranteed for 90 days. And the 60-day exemption, the 60-day can change. And I just explained this. This is why I put it in a con. Thailand can change its mind. Let's switch gears here a little bit. Since I kind of been picking on the 60-day exemption, basically putting it in a con, let's kind of go back over and focus on the tourist visa here for a second. Because there are some cons with a tourist visa that you need to be aware of. And I've been on a tourist visa several times. So I've done this many times. So let's look at some cons with the tourist visa here. One thing with the tourist visa, when you actually apply for a tourist visa, you have to prove a round-trip ticket to Thailand. So either you have to have a round-trip ticket flying from your country to Thailand back to your country, and you have to prove this. You have to upload your flights. Or another way you can do it is you buy a one-way ticket to Thailand, but then maybe you purchase a ticket to fly over to Vietnam or Cambodia or the Philippines. But no matter how you work it out, you have to prove flying from your country to Thailand and leaving Thailand inside your visa. You have to prove it. You have to upload your flight tickets and everything else. That could be a con. And I'll explain this a little bit later. Number 2 is proof of stay. Okay, when you do the tourist visa, you have to prove where you're staying. And usually they like the Thai immigration in the United States, you have to prove the whole 60 days. Okay, they're not so worried about the 30-day extension, but you have to prove for 60 days. So no matter if you're staying in a hotel, resort, you rent a condo, they want to see where you're staying for 60 days. And this is a major con because most people, if they've never been to Thailand before, this is their first time to Thailand, they kind of want to travel around. They want to see other areas of Thailand. So a lot of people are just spur of the moment. You know, if you travel to Phuket and you love Phuket, you might decide to stay in Phuket longer. Then you travel up to Pattaya, Hua Hin, Bangkok, maybe you go up farther north. Okay, so a lot of it, when people travel, they've never been somewhere. Sometimes they're taking things as they go. You know, they don't want to have to plan everything out to a needle point of where I'm staying for 60 days. So this can be a major con. Now, again, okay, there is kind of loopholes to this. A loophole would be like if you have a Thai girlfriend, for instance. You know, you can stay with your Thai girlfriend in Thailand, but you just need to submit all that information to the Thai embassy when you submit for your tourist visa, because they want to know where you're staying. They want to know where you're living. 3 is you need a bank statement. You got to prove funds. Now, even though the tourist visa, you know, it's very little, you have to prove very little. I think right now it's about $700. You at least have to have $700 in your savings account or your checking account, but you gotta submit a recent bank statement. The TR visa does cost money. The tourist visa right now is $40. Okay, that's a con because the visa exemption, remember the 60-day exemption is free. I don't have to pay for a tourist visa. So everything's free. I don't have to pay $40. Now number 5 is, this is what sometimes most people don't know. When you have a tourist visa, you have to travel from your home country to Thailand. Okay, this is what it means. A lot of people have this question, like, if I'm in the Philippines, can I get a tourist visa from the Philippines? No, you have to go back to your country and file for your tourist visa. So this is how it works. If I live in the United States, I gotta be inside the United States. I gotta file for my tourist visa. Okay, once my tourist visa is approved, okay, I gotta fly from my home country. I gotta fly from the United States to Thailand. Straight from the United States to Thailand. Now my flight can have layovers, but I can't go to another country for a few days or a week, then go to Thailand. With a tourist visa, that's how the tourist visa works. You gotta fly from your home country straight to Thailand. Okay. Now this can be a con. The reason why I put it in a con is because maybe for me, maybe I have friends in the Philippines. Maybe I wanna, stop in the Philippines for a week or two, then go from the Philippines to Thailand. Now some people do this. Some people, it can be expensive flying from the United States to Thailand. So sometimes depending upon deals, sometimes it can be super cheap to fly from the United States to the Philippines. The flight could be half the cost or it's only quarter of the cost, but they're running a great deal. So maybe you might want to fly from the United States to the Philippines, stay in the Philippines for a week, check it out, see if you like it, then get a cheap flight from the Philippines to Thailand. Okay, when you have a tourist visa, you can't do that. You got to fly from the United States from your home country straight to Thailand. Now let's switch over to the 60-day visa exemption, okay? But now let's focus on the pros here. Okay, I did the major con with the 60-day exemption, but what are the pros? The pro with the 60-day visa exemption is you don't have to show proof. There's no proof, okay? I don't have to have a round trip ticket. I can purchase a one-way ticket, okay? I can purchase a one-way ticket to Thailand and they don't care. Okay, because I'm just traveling on my passport. Now most of you know this. If you travel a lot, you know this. If you travel a lot of international, you know this. I love to travel. I've been traveling for 20 years. This is something I love to do. In the past, I've always went, every single year, I've always went on vacation, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, or a month vacation. I've went on vacations all over the United States. I've been to Hawaii, Alaska. I've been all over the place, and I've traveled international. Okay, so what you have to understand, when you travel international on your passport, you don't have to prove anything. You just show up. They might ask you while you're traveling, and it's like, oh, I'm on vacation. How long are you staying? I'm staying a couple weeks. That's all they ask for, okay? The people that argue this is people that don't have experience traveling. I hate to say it. I'm not being rude, but it's just people that you don't have experience traveling that think, they kind of confuse like the visa rules versus passport rules. They confuse rules here, okay? And when you're on a 60-day exemption, you're just on your passport. You can fly, you can have a one-way ticket there. I can show no proof. Okay, I don't have to show a round trip ticket. I don't have to show a ticket me leaving Thailand in time. I don't have to show proof of a hotel. I don't have to prove where I'm staying or living in Thailand. I don't have to prove finances for the visa. I don't have to pay for a visa. And this one down here, remember number 5 on the tourist visa, the biggest thing is you can travel to Thailand from any country. Okay, so for example, if I do the 60-day exemption, I'm in the United States right now, so I'm visiting family. If besides traveling straight from the United States to Thailand, if I wanted to, I could fly to the Philippines first, visit my friends there for a couple weeks, then from the Philippines fly to Thailand. I can do whatever I want. I don't have to travel right from my home country to Thailand. I can enter Thailand from any country. If I wanted to fly over to Vietnam, fly over to the Philippines, check out Cambodia, then go to Thailand, I can do that. There is no restrictions. There is no proof because all I'm doing is traveling on my passport and following the passport rules, following the exemption rules for each country. And in Thailand right now, it's 60 days. So what would I do? Okay. Now, it really comes down to what your goals are. And I'm going to give you this example. Okay. If you really want to go to Thailand and you really want to stay 90 days, okay, you've never been to Thailand before, maybe you've been to Thailand, okay, but you've never been to Thailand before, you want to experience Thailand, you want to experience how it is to kind of do a long stay in another country, you know 100% without a shadow of a doubt that you want to stay 3 months in Thailand. Like you want to do your 60 days plus you want to do this extension because you want to travel around, you want to see the sights in Thailand. this is what I would do. I would get the tourist visa. Okay, because the tourist visa is guarantee you 90 days in Thailand. Okay, it's guaranteed versus the 60-day exemption. Now, just like what I said, if I really want to stay 90 days in Thailand, for me, I would not do the 60-day exemption. Okay, just because I know from experience living in Thailand, and I know once high season comes, and I know if high season gets out of control, because more tourists will come into Thailand, and if it gets out of control, crime increases, 100% Thailand's going to change the rules. Okay, they're going to backpedal a little bit. Now that backpedaling, they could start denying 30-day extensions, okay, or they could just change the rule altogether and say, okay, we're not going to do the 60-day exemption no more. We're going to go back to the 30 days, okay, because it's getting out of control. The tourists are not listening. They're causing too many issues. So we need to step in and control this. Okay, Thailand has every option to do that. Okay, but with the tourist visa is guaranteed. A visa is always guaranteed. Okay, so if you want to stay 90 days in Thailand, okay, you're 100% on this, I would get the tourist visa. Okay, now if you have questions about this, you can comment below, especially with the cons with the tourist visa. If you have any questions about your plane tickets, how to travel back and forth, your hotels, your condos, your bank statements, or how to travel, or like little loopholes I talked about, I won't cover them here in this video, but you can comment below and I will answer your questions. As far as I know, and I've been doing this stuff for like 3 years, and this is the stuff I do. I've lived this, I've done this, I've experienced doing this. Other than that, my friends, that's the end of the presentation. That's the end of the video. If you have major questions of this, comment below. I answer all the comments. If you have a question with this, you have a question on the tourist visa side, the little loopholes I talk about, comment below and I answer your question. And either way you decide, I mean, just look at it at the best for your situation, what you really want to accomplish, what you really want out of this when you go to Thailand. But other than that, my friends, blessings to you, and maybe I'll see you in Thailand.